The waves roll in at UC Santa Barbara, and that's where we caught up with chemistry research professor Dr. Thomas C. Bruice. Dr. Bruice is one of the 50 most widely cited chemists in the world, which testifies to the significance of his work. In fact, he's published 553 research papers in a career spanning more than half a century. He has spent his life working at the frontier between chemistry and biology. His research has helped to create entire new fields, such as bioorganic chemistry, and made major contributions in dozens of other areas of study. He and his students have helped lay the chemical foundation necessary for understanding basic biological processes. Dr. Bruce's research has shown how vitamins work, analyzed cancer-causing agents, and discovered models for modern drug design. After serving in the Navy during World War II, Dr. Bruce is one of thousands of soldiers who came to LA City College under the GI Bill. He received his bachelor's and PhD at USC. He went on to teach at Yale, Johns Hopkins, and Cornell universities before joining the UC Santa Barbara faculty in 1964. Since 1995, he's been a research professor in chemistry and biochemistry at UC Santa Barbara.
I have a habit of changing fields about every 10 years. I came from Cornell to UC Santa Barbara in 1964, and we've been in a number of research fields during that time, a long time in porphyrin chemistry, flavine chemistry. Porphyrin is hemoglobin, and flavines are a vitamin, and so we developed the general chemistry of these things so that people understand how they work. I think what I'm doing right now I like very much. Since 1995, we've been in what's called antisense chemistry, the type I mentioned with DNA, knocking out DNA and RNA, and in the computational chemistry, the study of how enzymes work. Being a professor in sciences in a research university, a so-called research university, a university that gives the PhD, you're almost like a small businessman, because you must raise all the money for the research yourself.
In 1955, Dr. Bruce was awarded his first National Institute of Health grant, and it's been renewed ever since.
If it's possible, I'll try to renew it again.
Dr. Bruce defined the field of bioorganic chemistry in the mid-1960s as the co-author of the two-volume treatise, Bioorganic Mechanisms.
And so Steve and I wrote this two-volume set of books called Bioorganic Mechanisms, and that was the beginning of the field.
In his office, Dr. Bruce has retained the journals from all his years of research.
Each person working in the laboratory, I have 14 people working in the laboratory, each one has a notebook, and when he fills it up, he gets another notebook. The information from here then is put together into scientific papers and then published for everybody to use. I've worked with about 300 people, graduate students and postdoctoral fellows.
I came to California to work with Dr. Bruce because I admired his papers, and I think that he really has a way of making sense of enzymatic reactions, and that's what made me come here.
Dr. Bruce has so much knowledge in chemistry. I mean, he really explains things well, and I really enjoy working here.
I always think that my life shows what you can do if you're a kid that is disadvantaged. Okay, I became interested in science when I was just a little kid, 8 years old maybe. By the time I was 10 years old, I could draw the human body with all the organs and everything freehand. I dissected cows and had a small chemistry laboratory, which then when I was in high school, I did research at USC at night school. LA City College was wonderful for me. Coming out of the service and going to college was terrific. I enjoyed several math teachers, particularly, and one in chemistry.
Dr. Bruice is a member of the National Academy of Sciences and a Fellow of the Royal Society of Chemistry. He has received numerous awards, including the Replicon Medal, which is the highest award of the American Chemical Society's Division of Biological Chemistry. Dr. Thomas Bruice, truly a pioneer in the field of bioorganic chemistry.